The Special Investigating Unit says it plans to finalise its report into investigations at the SABC by April next year. The SABC and the SIU appeared before Parliament's Standing Committee on Public Accounts last night. This report from Abra Barbier.
Phase 1 of the investigation found evidence of irregularities in the awarding of a number of contracts. It also found evidence of irregularities in the awarding of a success fee to Hlaudi Motswaneng, as well as various appointments and increases he had awarded.
The SIU and SABC jointly issued summons on the 5th February 2018 in the High Court of South Africa, Gauteng Local Division, Johannesburg, against Mr. Motswaneng. The civil case consists of two claims. Firstly, for the recovery of 11.5 million in terms of the success fee that was paid, and secondly, for the recovery of 10.2 million for the irregular appointment and salary increments that he effected, suspensions and unlawful terminations of employment.
Phase 2 of the investigation is expected to be completed by February next year. MPs were satisfied by the progress made by the SIU. But when it came to the SABC's turn to answer questions, specifically about what is being done to curb irregular expenditure at the broadcaster, MPs were not as happy.
Let me start maybe by explaining the Sekela Xabiso issue. Sekela Xabiso was helping with irregular expenditure. But it then turns out that the way Sekela Xabiso was commissioned to do work for the SABC was irregular. That's why the whole issue of Sekela Xabiso was then a subject of the SIU investigation. So what then resulted is that the work that they were doing was then stopped because the contract was then being investigated. So the team then started doing a lot of work in-house, and that basically affected the momentum.
The SABC's current irregular expenditure bill stands at nearly 5 billion rand. This dates back since 2012. But MPs say they had expected the board to have cleared some of this irregular expenditure.
There was this issue of the internal forensic unit of the SABC, which was, in terms of the agreement, given certain aspects of the irregular expenditure to investigate and specific cases that were referred to the SIU. So what has happened to the work of your internal forensic unit in relation to this irregular expenditure?
Scoper wants the SABC to return next week to answer the questions it was not able to answer during this session. Abra Barbier, SABC News, Parliament.